Hey guys, it is Friday night here in the Philippines, so it is time for us to do our weekend free-for-all showcase video. And as promised, we are taking a look at nothing but Hot Wheels second gen Dodge Charger. And unfortunately, Ethan did not want to help me tonight. He took a nap instead, so I will be doing this one solo. I know I mentioned he would be back today, but he wanted to take a nap instead. So maybe next week he'll be back to help me. But anyways, as you can see here in front of Mr. Norm's Grand Spalding Dodge, and what better place to showcase some Mopars, but the capital of Mopar performance, Grand Spalding Dodge. So we have a line of 69 Dodge Chargers. The first four that you see here, the antifreeze, the purple, the silver, and the black metallic, are from the Ultra Hot series from Hot Wheels back in, I think, 06, 07 era. The yellow one we have here, this is a little earlier than that. This is from the Boulevard Bruisers series. And I do dig this car. It looks great in this yellow. It's like a dark metallic yellow, and it looks really good. Almost kind of like a pearl look to the paint too. White interior, black vinyl top, and I like how they gave the vinyl top a matte finish. Nice job at the Charger emblems. They're a little bit high on the B pillar, but hey, still yet not bad though for Hot Wheels. Detailed gas cap, detailed marker lights, detailed grille, and you can see the iconic split grille of the 69. It's the only one of the three from the second gen that had a split grille. The hideaway headlights, and then going around has the RT. I believe that's what it is. No, Dodge, sorry. On the Bumblebee stripe or Band-Aid stripe, whatever you'd like to call that. Detailed tail panel, except it's painted white with the tail lights, but it's part of the interior bucket. That's why it's white, I guess. So an opening hood, but this one does not open very much. And this one also is one of those cars where the engine is part of the interior bucket too. So the engine would be all white. Almost reminds you of like a white lightning feature or something. So it looks really good with the 5 slots. So really dig this car, the overall. Then before let's go ahead and do the Ultra Hots. I was going to say I'll show you some others over here on the other side, but we're going to go ahead and knock out your general 69 casting, because to my knowledge right now there's only one 68 available. We'll take a look at that. There's a couple 70s, but they are all based on the same casting. And that's same with the 69, except 69 there are a couple of funny cars, and we're going to take a look at those. I do not have the original, like, large and Charger, that one I do not have. I do not have any of the older, like, Redline castings of it, so I don't even have any of the new castings of it. I was never a fan of that casting because of the rounded, like, wheel openings and stuff. No, some people love it. Myself, I don't, so I just never bought any of it. So I only have the more modern ones that were released in like the late 90s, maybe it was even the early 2000s for the 69 Charger casting. Then the 70 casting, which was released in, I think it was 11 or 12. Then your 68 casting, which was just released, and it is a modded car, and we'll focus on that when we get there. So let's take a look at these Ultra Hots. The black metallic here looks really good. A little more conservative, looks a little more like an original. With the red line tires, the chrome, like steel rims or center line wheels, whatever you'd like to call it. And as you can see, the metal flake in that black looks pretty cool. Did a really nice job highlighting all the window trim. Once again, you have detailed grille, and this one does have something over the Boulevard Bruisers. It's an all-metal casting, as you can see, metal chassis, whereas this one didn't have that. It had the plastic chassis. So on the metal chassis, the interior, I think, is slightly different. You do not have the interior bucket making up for part of your taillight panel. As you can see here, it's like the cast finish with detailed taillights. Black interior, and then the engine is still part of the interior bucket, as you can see here. that it is black plastic. You can even feel it flexing when you touch it. So it is not actual part of the casting like the 67 Camaro or the 64 GTO. So this one would actually be really easy to like put a big blower engine in, take the hood off, put a different engine in it, like engine swap the car. So this is a really cool casting to customize in my opinion. So it looks really good. Then moving along, we have the silver one. Then this is probably one of my favorites of all of them. I like the silver metallic, the black vinyl top. Usually I'm not a vinyl top guy, but on the die cast it looks really good. It just kind of breaks it up and gives it a little more detail. The silver, however, doesn't like highlight like the window trim, although it doesn't have the window trim with the vinyl top. This one did though. At least it had some, like drip rail molding and the upper chrome on the windshield. This one has nothing. It looks like maybe they tried to do drip rail molding, but it didn't go on too well. But the chrome 5-spokes look killer on the car. And once again, this one may actually have... Let me see here. Yeah, that may actually be a die-cast chassis or engine on this one, because it's definitely not black like the others. So we'll check that out. Let's go to our purple metallic, and I like this purple. And if you can look real close, these wheels, even though they're low pro, you can see the red line, which is kind of a cool thing. It gives it that nostalgic but pro touring look. Low pros, big diameter 5-spokes. With red line tires though. And this guy here also has a die-cast chassis. Or a die-cast engine. I don't know why I keep saying chassis. So, it's part of the body and it's not even part of the chassis. But as far as I know, it could be part of the chassis. But I don't think so. I think it's part of the body. And then these ones with the plastic engines, it's really hard to get the engine all the way, or the hood all the way up so you could see the engine. But if you look down in there really closely, you could see it's white. And as I said, like this black one here, actually, you know what? Maybe it doesn't flex. I don't feel it moving. But this actually has a detailed engine, and it's painted separately, and everything else is black in there. So that may be the difference also between the others. So here is the sought after Treasure Hunt, the 06 Treasure Hunt one. And I'm kind of jumping around here because I'm looking at the engine. Now, unfortunately, this one, the hood doesn't open at all. But if you look down in there, you can see it has like a beige engine. Even you can see over to the side here, it's like beige plastic. And then the tail light panel on this one is part of the base though. And you can see the customized plate, T-Hunt. No detail on the headlights or grille with the hideaways, or no detail on the tail lights because it being, you know, your $1 car. But this is one of the more sought after of this casting. And what's unique about mine, or one of these back wheels does not look chromed. I think it's this one. No, maybe it's this one. But anyways, the front wheels look really chrome, and then the back wheels just kind of look satin finished. This one looks more chrome than that one looks like satin finish. So some type of error. But, so that's the thing. The ones with the plastic base have the plastic engine. That's part of the basic casting itself, I believe. Actually, you know what? I would have to take one of these apart to really tell. Sorry, I didn't have that in the camera. So maybe I was misled on that one, because even this engine is silver. But as you can see, like the guts down in there are more like white, meaning the guts, meaning like inner fenders and things like that. And then, as I said, this tail panel may not even be part of the interior bucket either. It's actually part of the base also. It's just painted white. Why they did that, I don't know. because you cannot feel it moving separately. So then again, so sorry for the misinforming you. But anyways, yeah, so the interior bucket on the plastic base one seemed to have the engine with it made to it, because as I said, the General Lee, if you look really close, and it's really hard to see, but the engine is definitely all beige for this one. So it, I would say, is definitely part of the interior bucket. Now this one, on the other hand, it does look like it's silver, but this is a premium casting, so they may have painted it silver. Not sure. But anyways, now I know the metal bases have the metal engine and the antifreeze when I can't get the hood open, so not going to force it because sometimes those hinges will break. This is a beautiful color on this car. The antifreeze green, I call it. Looks really good. White interior. Missing some details, whereas like the black one has like all the window trim painted and such. So yeah, some of these are nicer detailed than others, but does have the grille and tail lights, so pretty nice. So moving along to the last two of the 69s that I have. One is another, well, kind of like treasure hunt. It's a chase piece. This is from the Walmart Phil Larry Wayne's garage set, or it may have just been Phil's garage. But anyways, as you can see on the base, let me find the initials here for you guys on the muffler. Here, Phil Ryleman, something like that is how you pronounce his name. And this casting is from 04. I was saying early 2000s, so I was pretty close. So this one you could only get in the Walmart set. The Walmart set was all chase pieces. So pretty cool. It has like blue tinted windows too. And for some reason, this one had some like stuff in the paint. They're not really paint bubbles from like paint rashing or zinc rot. This is actually something in the paint. I have a bubble on my roof and some bubbles on my hood. Now this one though, like if you look down inside there, it looks like the engine is white on this one. So it is like the engine is part of the interior. So who knows? There may be two different bodies. One with the engine casted in and one without it. So looks pretty good with the chrome 5 spokes. Not the chrome 5 spokes, but the white 5 spokes. So I like this blue. So a pretty cool looking car. And I have another one from Phil's garage. This is just a common one that you could buy in single packs, and this one is not a chase as far as I can remember. No, I don't see any initials on the base of this one, but kind of cool. Same wheel, just black with a chrome trim ring, gray paint, same paint scheme, just in a matte gray finish with black and red highlights instead of white and red highlights, but pretty much the same thing. So pretty cool looking cars. These are more like pro touring look, I guess. The Ultra Hots kind of kept it more like nostalgia, like original type of look with solid colors and stuff. Phil, Wayne, and Larry's garages went more for the overall like custom pro touring look. So last of the 69s are the funny cars, but I do have one that is a Charger Daytona. So I brought him out just to show you, because this one is, they actually did this casting twice. The first one, though, they were calling a 70 Dodge Daytona, which they never made. And they pulled that casting out of the, out of the loop, I guess you could say. So they do not make it anymore. I guess they destroyed the mold and everything. They even had a final run of the car and such. I don't know how long ago it was final run, but it didn't actually run that long. They only used it for maybe 5 years or so. But this was the new one that was released in, I think, 2012, 2013 as the F&F casting for Dom's Charger. And this is your Super Treasure Hunt version of it. This is the only version of it that I have. Love this car. It looks cool. Like the big 5-spokes, like these chrome 5-spokes, one of my favorite wheels from Hot Wheels. I know this doesn't really represent the Daytona very well. It's kind of cartoonish proportions and such, but still yet looks really good though. I dig it. So this one in particular really like. I wish they would release this in the premium series of F&F with the rubber tires, metal base, and so forth. I would say that they would, since they have the casting already and have the licensing for it. They should be releasing it, I would think. So, another cool piece from Hot Wheels. Now, the other 69 casting is the Funny Car, and this was released in 2009 in the Drag Strip Demons. Actually, probably 2010. So, this is Roland Leon's Hawaiian Charger. Very cool piece. And there's a few of them in the Drag Strip Demons lineup. I have this one, and then there is the one called Shaky Situation, which I have here with the centerline style wheels. And there's also a very rare variant of this one. If you guys have it, you have the rare one. It has bicycle spokes in the front, not the 5-spokes. It has a bicycle spoke front wheel like they run on the front engine dragsters. This is the only one that had only Funny Car with a wheel variant. There was a few variants in the Drag Strip Demons, and this is one of them. And this is the common one. The bicycle spoke is the rare one. To give you guys heads up, if you have it, it's probably worth double the amount, if not triple the amount of the one with the 5-spokes. They didn't make many of them. So I also have the Melon from 2016. This appeared as a Melon one other time back in 2011. Outside of the Drag Strip Demons, that was the next appearance for it, was the 2011 Melon in like a goldish color with the flames. Then it reappeared again in the 2016 Melons as the Zamac release, and it looks really cool. Same wheel and tire combo that was on the 2011 Melon, the red line with the 5-spokes, which looks pretty good. Really dig this casting. Wish they would bring it back out for something else again. So pretty neat 69 Charger. Actually, I guess you could say, well, it has the open grille like a 68, but it has 69 tail lights. So, and a lot of times on the Funny Cars, well, they're all glass bodies, so a lot of times they use the grill area as advertisement real estate. So, well, as you can see on this guy here, it's the Hawaiian and such, and it has a picture of the beach and all of that stuff. So yeah, a lot of times they would even put sponsors and such there, I guess. So this one though has a blacked out grill, painted black grill, which would represent the 68 grill, but as I said, has the 69 lights. So anyways, but we all know that the Funny Car bodies were not 100% accurate. So we'll do the 68 next, since there's only one of them, and to my knowledge, this is the only 68 that Hot Wheels has, and it's really an over-modded 68. It's one we just unboxed about 2 weeks ago in the new Fast and Furious set, and this is the car that Dom drives in F9. Your wide body 68. But as I said, it's highly modded. As you can see, no marker lights, but on a 68, they would have round marker lights. Also, the back window is flushed with the B pillars, which is actually a 69 thing for the 69 500. But this one has a really huge back window, a lot bigger than your typical like window plugged 69, but this is really hard to compare it to because the castings are totally different. But anyways, this looks more like a hatchback window. I'm not sure how the back end of this car opens. Watched a movie, but I didn't get a lot of insight in this or on this car. Why does it have two engines and so forth? I really did not get much insight on that. But as you can see, it does have the 68 tail lights, the double round tail lights. Does have the 68 open grill, no split grill. Really cool casting, though. I mean, it's really nicely done. It looks just like the car from the movie. They did a really great job with making it. And the wide body thing, as I said, not really sure what to think about it. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's really not that bad. It kind of grows on you. It really does look good from that, like, three-quarter view angle. So it is a really cool looking casting with those big fat wheels in the back. That tubbed look. If they would have just went full quarter flared, then I would have really dug it. The front fenders I can deal with a little bit, but it would have probably, in my opinion, looked better if they would have flared the whole thing, bulged it out like a NASCAR or something. That would have been more acceptable for me anyways. But as I said, this is kind of growing on me. So as far as I know, this is the only Charger Hot Wheels has to represent a 68. Unless they made something in the 100% series to represent the 68. I'm not sure. So, yeah, I forgot. I did have one more 69 casting, and it keeps fooling me. I think it's the 70 casting, because it is the second tooling of the casting, and I know RLC has those, like Pro Touring, like Elephant and things like that, the purple one that's coming up, and then they also had the black one they already released. I think that's a totally different casting too than these 69s. Now, this is also a different casting too. As far as I know, it's not the same casting. The hood's casted closed. There's no detailed engine. It does have a hole cut in it for a blower. This is the Ghost Rider variant. And what I did, I took the orange tires off of it and swapped them with the Blackwall tires, which in my opinion, I think it looks much better. The orange ones look kind of cool. Don't get me wrong. And I was even tempted to get the matte black ice, like one from Ghost Rider, and swap the blue tires with black tires, because the car is matte black and the wheels are blacked out, so it would look pretty cool if I had black tires on it too. Just haven't done that yet. But that's what this car is. This is your 69 from Ghost Rider, and it has the RT badge in the grill in the wrong spot, but still has the RT badge, blower engine, and detailed tail lights, RT badge between the tail lights, and even the plate says Ghost Rider. So, nicely done car, and as I said, in my opinion, I like it better with the black walls. So, moving to the 70 now, and the reason that one fools me sometimes that it's the 70 casting, well, because all the 70 castings have a blower motor for Dom's Charger. That's the reason this was originally made. And this is another one that came out, I think, in about 2012, 2013. Let's see here. Yeah, 2010. So it would have been 2011. This one first appeared in the main line. So really cool car. This is like the second release in the Retro Entertainment. They did like 3 or 4 releases of this so far. So not the last not the last FNF set, but this is actually the second release in the Retro Entertainment series. Then the third, I think, is in the FNF, or there's actually 2 from FNF. I can't recall. But anyways, meaning the FNF lineup, not the FNF Retro Entertainment series, but the whole FNF series. So this is either the second release or the third release, and there's either 3 or 4 variants with rubber tires from either Retro Entertainment or the full blown Fast and Furious set. So, really cool piece, nicely detailed and such. And you have your detailed tail lights. If I can get it to focus in for us. There we go. The California plate, Dom's plate, and you can see the longer tail lights for the 70, a little bit narrower too. Then you have the open grille for the 70, but the difference is the wraparound bumper, which you can't really see on this one because it's, well, monochromatic. It's painted body color, so that's another thing that the 70 differs. And the longer front fenders, there's a big distance between the wheel opening and the front bumper on a 70 compared to a 69 in person. And then the RTs had these scoops. Well, some of them had those scoops. I don't think they all came with them, but I could be wrong about that. I think it was an option. But anyways, that is your 70 from Hot Wheels. And the second one I have is my only plastic tire charger that I will show you guys today. And this is one that I brought out a few times, and I absolutely love the paint job on this car. The Speed Demons, the Hot Wheels ID, even the plastic wheels look good with the red line, and then it has Hot Wheel Speed Demons, and then the ID, and blah 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 on the tires. Detailed tail lights too on this one, and then the Hot Wheels ID vanity plate. So forth. The only thing I don't like is because the interior bucket's black, the engine's black, and then the chassis, the bumpers are black too. Whereas this one, though, has chrome interior, it looks like. But this may be a little bit different because it is a higher end one, but usually because of the interior bucket, that will dictate the motor being black plastic or chrome. So there you go, guys. That's the last 70. That wraps it up for Hot Wheels second gen charger, your 68 to 70s. And we'll kind of go back a little bit and kind of give you the spin around of Mr. Norms here with the chargers, funny cars, your 69s in the front here. Then going around to the side here with your 70s and some 69s. And then there's the rest of the diorama with some action going on over there. So there we have it. And then there's the old garage as usual. That's our usual setting. So throw that in the mix there. So there we go. Back at Mr. Norm's. So I left an icon here on the left for another showcase video I've done in the past, and then I left an icon here on the right for you to subscribe if you have not done so yet. Please do that. Please give me a thumbs up. Please share the video, and I will be back at the middle of next week with some brand new Mini GT stuff. So we have a lot of stuff. I was going to do the DuckTales, but I do have those at my disposal now. But I have some brand new releases from Mini GT. I want to bring those to you guys while they're still hot and while you still can get them. Then probably the following week I will bring you the DuckTales. And then maybe next weekend Ethan will be here to help me this time. Here, come here. Ethan, I'll say bye real quick because that's all he's here for. So, here. Can you say... Oh, you're really zoomed in. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, can you say Mopar? Mopar.
Mopar.
Well, close. So, he's still learning that word. So, anyways, guys, he just woke up from his nap, so I have to go attend to him. So, I will see you next week. Enjoy your weekend, and thanks for watching.